This is a Cirrus G2 Plus Vision Jet, and today we're going to show you all of its cool quirks and features and talk to the owner about why he purchased this $3 million jet. So let's get into it. Okay, so first we're going to talk about the passenger compartments, where you would ride if your friend was driving, for example, or I guess flying. So we have these really nice seats. They've got quilted leather. I don't think they're ventilated or heated, but you know, this is a plane, not a car. That's okay. And then we've got some carbon fiber everywhere. So we have carbon fiber all along the walls. We have carbon fiber in the door sills. We've got carbon fiber on the ceilings. It's super, super nice in here. We also have these really nice anodized aluminum light fixtures and air vents, like 1,000 times nicer than anything I've ever seen in a plane. Now, I've only ever flown economy or like economy plus, so I'm not the best person to talk about it, but hey, you know, we've got our heat and fan controls right here. So how can you tell that this is a brand new, really expensive $3 million jet? Well, you don't have USB-A. No, you have USB-C. So as you can see right here, and not only is it just normal USB-C like you find in your car, but it's 15 watts, so you could charge an iPad from here. Technically, you could charge your MacBook, but it would take a really long time. You also have headphone ports, so you can watch the TV that I'll show you in a second. And you have an audiovisual input right there. Oh, guess what? Right over here, come look at this, Aaron. Come look at this. Sit right here. I was just saying that you wouldn't be able to charge your MacBook, right? But no, we have two international style household outlets. So I could freaking plug a toaster in. They also have an HDMI plug, which means that we could play Super Smash Bros in the back of here and smash at a mile high in the air because there's a TV in the ceiling, which is sick. So I'm not a plane person, so I can't tell you how all of this stuff works. I'm a car person, but I can tell that it's really high quality. I mean, this aluminum right here, so nice. Like, it's cold to the touch. It's so cool. Also, what I realized is they have these really nice Bose headpieces so you can hear each other and talk to each other in the plane, and they have plugs for that in the front and in the back. So you'd be watching your movie or playing Smash, and then you could have your friend up in the front talking to you, all while it's really loud and cool outside. Before we move on to the next part of the video, I just wanted to say a big thank you to Will Dryden for giving me the opportunity to film this jet and give me a tour around it. He came out on an early morning in San Diego to talk to us, and he'll walk us around some of the jet's crazy cool technology features that allow it to fly and even land itself. Plus, at the end of the video, we'll break down just how much he spent on getting certified to fly this plane and how much the jet, insurance, and other costs run him. Now, if you want to see more content with the plane, like how he uses it to pick up celebrities and take them for a round of golf, where he interviews them, you should definitely subscribe to his channel. And if you like learning about the world of business, entrepreneurship, and personal finance, I hope you consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. Let's get back to it. Yeah. So how far can it go?
This goes 1,200 miles.
Okay.
And this is like if you just have like 2 passengers in it.
Yeah.
If it's loaded up, 5 people or so, maybe you're going 800 miles.
Okay. So is there a TV in the top of this? Is that what I was seeing?
There's TV, and I just found out that it actually is for Xbox too.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's an HDMI port I saw.
Yeah.
You could play Switch.
Boop. It's pretty big.
That is a big TV. That is insane.
And kids usually are in the back yapping, and it's important to have them quiet at times.
Okay, yeah. So you can
put that on, they'll shut up.
Yeah.
Or we got an intercom button, I can just turn them off. But
okay.
I like to hear what's going on.
So do you pretty much need to have one of these headphones like on to kind of hear each other when you're in the cabin? Is that because it's really loud?
It's very quiet.
Oh, okay.
You just hear like the wind, the relative wind just hitting the screen. Like when you put your arm out the car and you're driving down the road, you hear that impact. But it's a lot clearer because you got Bose noise reduction.
Oh, okay. So it just helps keep everything cool.
So you just don't hear the wind at all.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there's a red button right there. Do you see that?
Yeah.
If something happens to me, my wife can hit that button, or anyone on board, and a computer will take over the airplane.
Oh, like a autopilot.
Yeah, but it'll compute the longest runway within the fuel range that's available. It'll contact air traffic control. It'll tell them it's an emergency, and it'll tell them where it's going, and it'll look for a place with emergency services. It will descend the plane and land it and bring it to a full stop on the runway. And then right here on the outside, safe return, auto land equipped. And so when fire services come, they look right here and they call a phone number, and it'll tell them how to shut the airplane off. So this is number one reason is the auto land is available. And then if we have something catastrophic that happens, an engine failure or a mid-air collision, something terrible, there's a parachute built into the airframe, and a 6,000 square foot canopy pops out. And I haven't landed from the parachute impact, but I'm told it's like jumping from an 11-foot ladder, like the shock.
Okay.
So and they have a honeycomb shell on your butt to protect your spine.
Okay.
So when it hits, You just walk away. But you do want to walk away right after you land because the parachute on the ground,
Oh, yeah.
like a 3 or 5 knot wind can drag the plane.
Oh, yeah, that makes
It's
sense.
still harnessed to it, so.
Yeah, because how much does this thing weigh?
It can get up to 6,000 pounds.
6,000. So there are electric cars that weigh more than this plane does. That's crazy. That's so cool.
Do you know about the wing boots?
No, what are wing boots?
These are for ice. Air from the jet engine will actually come over here and these expand. So you don't want ice on the leading edge of your wing. It's dangerous. So it'll expand. You'll just see it and then it'll slowly come down, and any ice that's formed on it, it shatters it. Okay, this cabin is pressurized.
Yeah.
So you can breathe. This is not.
Okay.
And I always thought this sticker is hilarious. Look at this. You know why they put stickers on like that? Because someone already did this, probably put their dog back there. Aviation is built on blood, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So whenever you see a placard or something that's dumb like that, it's like there was someone out there that did that. Let's see, required placards. You know, like if this was not there, this plane is unairworthy.
Really?
Just from a sticker. Here's another placard example. This says jet fuel only. Jet A.
You know, somebody put the wrong fuel in that at one point.
Your engine could explode and you'd have an engine failure if I put 100 low lead in it. Here's another placard. TKS fluid. So it's a glycol type fluid for icing. On the front of the plane, your windscreen, it could be loaded with ice and you can't see.
Yeah.
In landing, you need to see.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you get a spray out of here and this fluid goes back and it goes over your window and it just kind of makes it so the ice can't form on top of it.
Oh, okay.
If you're fully covered in ice, it doesn't necessarily take the ice off. It won't let any more get on there.
Okay.
So before you land, quite a bit of ways out, you got to make sure that's running.
Yeah.
Before you descend like through the ice.
Yeah.
And it's like slime. It'll stay there and you can see through the slime. It's kind of blurry, but it's better than if your whole window ices up.
Yeah.
And you see nothing.
So like from a pricing standpoint, do you think about like as you're flying and stuff, do you calculate out, okay, I'm gonna fly for 3 hours, it's gonna cost me $2,000 or whatever? Like how do you kind of go through that as far as like pricing out, should I take the jet, whatever, like how do you kind of go through that process?
For an analytical person, this is gonna be hard for you to hear, but you don't wanna look at what it costs because it'll hurt.
Yeah.
Like I can see your brain like computing, okay, it's 1,000 miles, it's better with my car, my plane, whatever.
Yeah.
This is purely for convenience.
Yeah. The price premium is essentially just saying, I put a value on the convenience of being able to hop in the jet and go and
not going through airline traffic, terminals,
Yeah.
and leaving when you want to leave, and that can change all the time.
Yeah.
Whatever you want, that's convenient, right?
Exactly.
And fun.
Yeah, no,
This
absolutely.
is so fun.
So like total all in, like after taxes and everything like that, how much do you feel like you've like spent? Oh, and like certifications, like if someone had no plane experience today, they're like, I want to have a private jet and I want to be able to fly it. How much are you looking at?
They're gonna spend $100,000 to properly be trained.
Okay.
From zero experience.
So you're looking at $100,000 just in training, and then this is 3.5, you said, or
3.7.
3.7. Wow.
Yeah, and then insurance and everything. You're probably $4.2 million in a lot of time.
Yeah, a lot of time. But hey, if it's something you're passionate about, if it's something you love, that's awesome.